Good afternoon. This is Vortex Motorsport again, and we are now in the process of trying to get the rest of this car back together, ready for the start of the Club Enduro Championship with 750 Motor Club. So we've got the gearbox back in, which I can try and show you here. The gearbox is back in the car, finally, and now it's a case of putting all this lot back together. So suspension basically has been checked and prepped, repainted. The suspension parts, including the toe link, we've replaced the bolts, and which we do after each race, and painted the hubs. That's all cleaned up and checked. Bushes are fine, which is good, and the springs and the shocks are all good as well. So yeah, it's all looking good. I'll try and get some footage today of putting it all back together. I've got a couple of hours. We're in lockdown at the moment, as you may well be too. So speak to you in a bit. Okay, so we have fitted the alternator. It's on the car. The pulley wasn't the right pulley, so following Dan's advice, he said leave it for now. I will try and get you to see what I have done. Bear with me a second, guys and girls. Okay, so alternator is in position. The belt is on. So that's in position. We still need to connect it up with electrics. Under the car, bear with me, we have, I don't know if you can see any of this, to be fair. So this is our new tensioner. This is the belt. It's in position. I just need to do all this up, and then we need to connect everything up. And that is it. There's not much more to say. So the alternator's in. It's in position. We will tighten everything up, make sure it's all good, and then maybe even attempt an engine start, but we'll see how I get on. Okay, so we have tried starting the engine. It's missing, most obvious thing, and there was a horrible belt noise. That's because someone didn't completely tighten up or get the adjustment exactly right. So I've adjusted the alternator belt and replaced all the spark plugs, which is our first kind of port of call really when it's missing like that. Should be a simple fix. We want to see now if that's fixed it. So I'm going to start the engine. Hopefully it's running fine. Let's fingers crossed. So good morning, good afternoon, everyone. I've managed to compression test each of the cylinders. It's all done, and we've actually got some really good results. Although the numbers are a little bit low, this is where we're at. So we have cylinders 1 to 4. Cylinder 1, 110. Cylinder 2, 115. Cylinder 3, 115, and cylinder 4, 117. So these are in PSI. We've done the compression test on all 4 and rechecked them. All the spark plugs were taken out. Compression tester was put in. Turn the engine over till it reaches its maximum pressure and maximum number. It's a bit of a budget compression tester, so I expected higher numbers than that, but or much higher numbers really. But the engine's putting out that power, and now we know that the cylinders are good and there's no major leaks, and we've got compression, decent, well, we've got equal compression. So the next thing to do is maybe run through the electrics. If we think the mechanical side of it is fine, we're looking at probably some electrical gremlin. As I say, this is a 17-year-old car with a 17-year-old, we believe, original engine, 40-odd thousand miles on it. It's the 160 VVC. So we're, you know, won't be surprised if it's got some electrical gremlins. But anyway, let's have a little look, and we'll see how we get on. Hi all. Okay, so today, apart from a few other bits that we've been doing on the car, had a bit of a clear up of the garage. Lockdown's driving us all a bit mad, but today we are going to replace the brackets on the seat stays. So we use a slider because Graham's just a little bit shorter than me and has to move the seat forward 2 clicks when we do a pit stop in our race. So it's either me or him has managed to bend the bracket here. It's a standard seat bracket, and it's pretty well known that this should be swapped out for racing, but we didn't know that. So anyway, Graham, being Graham, has managed to take a decent copy and drew it up on the CAD, which I think he's going to show you, and he has made some beautiful 4mm thick steel brackets to replace them. There is no way this will bend with our efforts, so hopefully I can just do a quick replacement, then we can put the seat back in.